Hi, Dr. Watson here, and we're going to be in this brief video tutorial. We're going to be looking at the idea of recording our own drum loop in a meter that is not 4/4. GarageBand comes with thousands of drum loops, but most of them work well in 4/4 time. There's a lot of great music like Celtic music, for instance, that is in 6/8 time signature. And so if you can't find a loop to use in GarageBand, you could easily record your own. So I'm going to go ahead and just double click on the time signature field here and type in 6/8. I'm going to up the tempo to 140. It's a brisk, or 138, a little bit brisker of a tempo. Because we're doing a drum loop, and right now we're not doing any guitar or piano tonal music, doesn't really matter what key. And just go ahead and select choose. And the default track that is set up is some kind of a keyboard track. So I'm going to use our instrument library to select in the drum kit category any of the drum kits. I'll choose the first one here, which is Bluebird. So now my track head says Bluebird, and it is a drum track. I'm going to be using a MIDI keyboard to trigger different drum sounds as I play them in real time. I'm going to actually record them, but it'll be keys of like a synth keyboard that I hit, technically a controller keyboard that I hit to trigger those sounds as I record. All right, let's make sure we do have a metronome when we're recording and a count in. So we'll hear 6 clicks before we play, then we'll play. I'm going to be using these notes on a keyboard: a low C, that's a bass drum; a low D, that's a snare drum; and then up top a little bit, I'm going to be using a ride syllable on this B, 2 octaves higher. Now I have this drum map, the keyboard map of the drum sounds, linked on my website, parklandmusic.wikispaces.com. But out on the internet you can find many other drum maps like this so that you know what key you're hitting. Also, you can just experiment as you hit different keys. Oh, that's a hi-hat. That's a ride cymbal. That's a crash cymbal, and so forth. Okay, so let's go ahead and first we'll do our drum track, our bass drum track. We're going to do just a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's the simple pattern I'm going to use for my bass drum, and here it is: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now I did a pretty decent job of recording that just now, but if I really wanted to check out the timing, I'd open up the edit window and I would click on time quantize, and 8th note is what I was playing. Just watch the watch right over here. When I turn on the quantizing, notice that those notes jump right to the beat so that they're more accurate. Perfect. All right, now that I have a perfect bass drum track, let's add another track with the same settings, the Bluebird drum kit, and this time let's record a snare drum just simply doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And let me start that out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so was it right on the beat? Let's go ahead and quantize it and find out. Just watch that bar. It was very close, but it still helps to, if the music matters to you, I recommend quantizing. And most music that you're producing should matter to you. Okay, let's go ahead and do another track for duplicate settings. This next track is going to be our cymbal part. I'll just do some steady 8th notes. Let's see if I can get it. Okay. Oh, I actually waited a measure to record, but that's okay. I'm just going to drag the region back to measure 1. And again, I don't believe my timing was perfect, so let's use the quantizing. Quantizing just means rounding, and it's going to round it to the nearest 8th beat. Bam. And let's hear what that sounds like. Right. Now I'm going to take all 3 regions in the 3 tracks, now that I have essentially what I want, and join them together. And that means I don't have to take 3 tracks to have this. I can delete this track, and I'm left with. And if this was a Celtic piece, I'd want to keep it going for, however many more measures, so I can loop it out just like you would any other drum loop. And we've got our drum loop in 6/8.